Okay, this is 5.1 homework day 2. Lisa types 900 words in 20 minutes. What is her typing speed in words per minute? That means we have 900 words in 20 minutes. We're trying to find how many words per 1 minute. So what do we have to do to 20 to make it a 1? We divide by 20. And we divide whatever we do to the bottom. We have to do to the top. So divide by 20. Get 900 divided by 20. I like to cross off the zeros, but anyways, we're going to go 4. Get 80. Get 100. 20 goes into 100 5 times. So that's 45 words per 1 minute. So it's 45 words. Next question. Janice swims 450 meters in 5 minutes. Her swimming speed in meters, find her swimming speed in meters per minute. So we do 450 meters per 5 minutes. We know that we have to keep our labels the same. So automatically rewrite your labels. And we're trying to do 1 minute. So what do we have to do to 5? Well, we have to divide by 5 to get 1. Divide by 5. 5 goes into 45 9 times. 5 goes into 0. 0. So it's 90 meters per minute. Not a bad clip for a swimmer. Garden snail moves 1/6 of a foot in 1/3 of an hour. Find the speed of the snail in feet per hour. So we do 1/6 feet, 1/3 hour. Keep our labels the same. Feet per hour. We're trying to get to 1. So what do we have to do to 1/3 to get 1? Well, we have to multiply it by 3. You have to do the same here. Multiply by 3. I changed to an improper. Always cross cancel if we can. So that means that we get 1, 2. So that snail moves 1/2 of a foot in 1 hour. Okay, sprinkler system is designed to water 5/8 of an acre in 1/4 of an hour. How many acres in 1 hour? So we have 5/8 acre per 1/4 hour. That equals how many in 1 hour? Make sure our labels match up, acre to acre, hour to hour. Well, we know that 1/4 of an hour we would have to times by 4 to get 1. So we have to, whatever we do to the bottom, we have to do to the top. So 5/8 times 4. It's going to be 4 over 1 because I changed to an improper. Always cross cancel if you can. Goes in once, goes in twice. We get 5 over 2, which is 2 1/2. So 2 1/2 acres per hour. Okay, I'm going to end up pausing on this one, but it says the table shows the cost of 3 types of meat John bought at a supermarket. Copy and complete the table. And we're trying to find the cost per pound. What you're going to need to do is divide the amount paid by how many pounds. Okay, I'm going to do some magic here and start the recording after I do the majority of the work. So what I did here was I took $7.20 and I divided it by 2 and I got $3.60 per pound for beef. $8.10 divided by 2.5 equals $3.24, and chicken $9.80 divided by 3.5 pounds, you get $2.80. So what type of meat costs the least per pound? It is chicken. Okay, again, I'm going to do the math and then I'm going to show you what it should look like when you're done. So what I did here was I divided the meters by the time, so I got the meters per second. So 60 divided by 6.34 is 9.464. 100 divided by 10.23 comes out to this. 150 comes out to, divided by 14.98 comes out to this. And who is the fastest sprinter? Well, if we look up here, Smith goes 10.013 meters per second. So Smith is faster than the rest. I was messing around with this earlier. I'm just going to erase it. Okay, so we have 8 units for 136 miles. We're trying to get 11 units over miles. Now, this one's rough. So you had to basically figure out how many times 8 goes into 11. And 8 goes into 11, 1 3/8. Then you had to multiply 136 by 1 3/8. So I'm going to do the work down here. 136 over 1 times 1 3/8 is 136 times around the clock up here times plus around the clock. We get 8 plus 3 is 11 eighths. And you can cross cancel. 8 goes into 8 once. 8 goes into 136 17 times. Then you would do 17 times 11. And you get 187 miles as your answer. $19 units represents 228 gallons. Find what it is if we're doing 6 units. Equals how many gallons? I looked at this one and I said, well, can it be reduced? And it actually can. If you divide both by 19, you're going to end up with 19 divided by 19 is 1 unit. And 228 divided by 19 comes out to 12. That makes it a lot easier to work with. They're still equivalent. And we get 6 units. So we know that we're multiplying by 6. We end up with 72 gallons. Next problem. Write it in simplest form. Well, you have to know that there's 1,000 kilograms per gram. So that would be 2,000 or 24,000 over 16. Oops. Put that in the wrong spot. 100 grams. Made a mistake there. And if you reduce correctly, you end up with 1,600 goes into 2,400 15 times, and 1,600 goes into 1,600 once. 3 minutes to 435 seconds. We know that 3 times 60 will give you the number of seconds, so you get 180 over 435. and that's going to reduce down. That becomes 12/29. Find two equivalent ratios. Well, you can always multiply by 2. You get 6/22, and you can multiply by 3, and you get 9/33. Find 2. Well, you get 30/14 if you multiply both by 2, and then multiply both by 3. You get 45/21. Again, you could just add zeros. If you want 50/70, it's a good way to cheat. Not really cheat, but makes it easier. Jenny could type 280 words in 7 minutes, so we would divide both by 4, and we get 70 words per minute. Mrs. Robinson checks 6 essays in, let me do this, 70 words per 1 minute. Could put it in fraction. This is 6/1. It's already done for you. Essays per 1 hour. 16 tournaments per year is 16 tournaments per 1 year. I don't have the directions here. I might have made a mistake, so if I did, I'm apologizing now, but if not, have a good one.